Hi guys, I'm the Dutch Movie Guy, also known as Kees Cornelissen, and I am here with the review of Star Wars Rebels Season 4, Episode 1 and 2, Heroes of Mandalore. Rebels is back! I'm so happy! I love this show so much, I really do, and I've reviewed Seasons 1 and 2 as the whole season. They're up on my channel if you've not seen that. Check it out. And I've reviewed every single episode of Season 3 last season. That was a lot of fun, and I was like, there was no reason for me not to do that again. So, doing it again for Season 4, of course. Now, I'm a little late with this review. Personal stuff got in the way, but I'm here now reviewing the first episode of this season. So, in this episode called Heroes of Mandalore, we see Sabine wanting to find her father. She's at an outpost where she thinks her father is being held, and she wants to find him because she has been reunited with mother and brother, and now also needs to be reunited with her father to have one happy family of the Wrens again. Yay. And it honestly surprised me a little bit. Usually the first episode of a season is more the group together, you know, like if you look at the first episode, definitely the first episode, like the pilot, that really introduces us to everyone, but also Siege Lethal, it has everyone in it doing stuff, and the first episode, Steps in the Shadow, I believe, of Season 3, also has everyone in it working together on a mission, and it's like, this is a more focused episode, and it also shows that they're taking a little bit of a different direction with Rebels. Like, they're doing these arcs, 2 episodes every week, because we're getting 2 episodes a week for a month. I mean, from now on until halfway November, we will get 2 episodes per week. And I think they did that because they know Rebels has been a little inconsistent with their episodes. Like, you can have a great episode once and then get a filler episode the next episode, and it's a little weird. And with Clone Wars, that's something they did. It's like they had arcs, and those arcs were really good because you get invested for a couple of episodes, so you can actually follow a longer ongoing story. And it seems that Rebels is doing that as well, and I really appreciate that because we get, of course, I'm very hyped that we get 2 episodes when it starts again, but then again, every single season started with a 2-parter. But now we're getting it every week, so every week we get 2 episodes. That's great. I'm looking forward to that because I know they can do a lot in these 2 episodes. I know all the 2-parters that we've had so far are really solid in terms of like how you can build a story because you just have more time. You have now 42 minutes instead of 21. So now about this episode, I already said Sabine is looking for her father at this outpost where he doesn't appear to be. He appears to be in a convoy. They intercept the convoy. Sabine gets reunited by her father, and we have the Wren family again. And at the end, Bo-Katan takes the Darksaber, and she actually becomes the leader of Mandalore. Can we just call her Mandalore already? Can we just make that term canon already? I mean, I know it's Legends, but come on. Mandalore is the leader of Mandalore. It's been like that in Legends. Why can't we have it in canon? Please, anyone. Anyway, let's just go into what I thought about the episode. There's a lot to like in the episode. I really did enjoy both of these episodes. However, I do have a few gripes with them. I will say it's awesome to have these Mandalorians because it just dives into the Mandalorian culture. We actually get a new piece of information that the armor is hundreds of years old, has been worn by Mandalorians before them, and it's part of who they are. That I thought was really cool, and I didn't really know because honestly I haven't delved that deep into Mandalorians in Legends. I know a little bit of them. I know them from Knights of the Old Republic, but they don't really go into Mandalorians a lot there. They go more into it actually in Part 2. I mean, you have the Mandalorian Wars. That is all I know, but it's There's still stuff. Also, canon has a new interpretation of everything, but there's still stuff that I don't really know about it, and it's cool that they are actually exploring this in Rebels, because Mandalorians are cool, and besides the fact that they're cool, they actually have culture to them, and there is actually more of a history, and they're not just mindless killers. So I think the fact that Rebels is focusing on that with Sabine and with this arc, that was really cool, and that was interesting to see. And as I said, like, Mandalorians are cool, so the action sequences are really good. I really enjoyed the action throughout the episodes, and it's just awesome to see Sabine being a badass with a darksaber. That's just cool. I mean, I love Trials of the Darksaber, and now that she actually used it, it's just awesome. I love it. Speaking of Mandalorians and character arcs in Clone Wars, Bo-Katan is back! And it was honestly a little bit of an issue when she showed up, because she's essentially an ex machina. They give it somewhat of an explanation, but it's still a little bit of an ex machina. Okay, whatever. I'm nitpicking at that point, but I really loved seeing her again. Once again, voiced by Katie Sackhoff. That was cool, and yeah, I just thought it was really cool, and it made sense that she was in this episode, and that she at the end takes the Darksaber and gets to be the leader of Mandalore. That was really cool. Now, I honestly thought that introducing Sabine's father was good for her character. Once again, it shows a little bit more of who Sabine is, what her backstory is, and we also learn about her artsy stuff. That was also cool. And then they say, oh, you got your artsy side from your father. No, got it from her mother. Her mother is very creative in figuring out ways to kill people. That was a great joke. I thought that was a very good line, and yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed seeing the Wrens on camera like that. That was a touching moment, and that's cool. On the other hand, though, they have this fucking moment that I hate in every single movie and TV show and everything ever, where it seems like they're going to kill people off, but they don't really. Because when the weapon was used for the first time, you think that Sabine's mother and brother are dead, but of course this is still a kid show. You can't have that, and of course they don't die. It's a cop-out. It's like the Marvel trick. Honestly, Marvel has pulled it way too many times that I just call it the Marvel trick by now, and I get annoyed by it when Marvel pulls it, and I get annoyed by it in this, so... Ex Machinas and fake deaths, I'm not a fan. Just kill them off. Or, when you have a show like Game of Thrones that kills people all the time, then you can accept the fact that once they do not get killed, that is actually good writing. However, it does have to be good writing, and I thought this was just So, not a fan. Now, about this weapon. This is a new weapon that only focuses on Mandalorian armor, and stormtroopers and other people will be fine. It's just Mandalorians will be hit and killed for some reason. And it doesn't have a long range, and I honestly thought... No. Not a fan. I wasn't like, oh my god, that's clever. I know they did it before, like you have in real life, you have an EMP that disables electronics, and then in the Clone Wars we got introduced to this weapon that destroys organic life, but not droids, which is in the episode on Merida with small creatures like Tiwat Kar. I know the fucking names, I just don't know the species for some reason. But there's a 2-episode arc when they make this AAT with a special gun, and the gun destroys organic matter, as I said. So they introduce tech all the time. They introduce weapons all the time, and I thought that was good actually in the Clone Wars, but not here. I thought, no, it's kind of useless. I mean, it has its use, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Honestly, I think that's really all I can say. There are a couple of things that I just don't really like. I did love seeing everything back because it's been a while. We're starting season 4, the last season. It's going to be an emotional season, I think. And at least we got everyone in this episode, because even though it focused on Sabine, Ezra's there, Kanan is there, Chopper is there. Zeb wasn't. Hera made a cameo, of course. I pay attention to Hera, as always, and even Thrawn showed up. That also surprised me. Like, he's still around, and he actually took an interest in Brother Saxon. I don't know. He's the brother of Gar Saxon. I forgot for some fucking reason. Anyway, with all that being said, I just wonder, what are your thoughts on this episode? Did you like it? Or maybe you also had issues with it? Please, whatever you think, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next week for In the Name of the Rebellion, episodes 3 and 4 of season 4. I don't really know what that is, but it has rebellion. And there is a certain rebel that is yet to be a certain rank in the rebellion. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. And if it's not that, I won't be disappointed. I just hope it is. I might be disappointed but because it might be filler or just not a very good episode. But I hope it's good. I'm looking forward to it. So check it out next week. And in the meantime, if you've liked this review and you want to see more of my movie, trailer, and Star Wars reviews, you can click right here.